Hello guys, welcome along. Hi there. You're probably wondering why I've got a picture of a piece of paper on a disc on my bench. I've got something to show you. I've got this little ambulance I've been building for a while that probably a few of you know about, and it's not a bad little kit, and I've pretty much got it finished. I want to do some more pigment work on it, but I can't do the pigments while there's still dampness in the oil from the washes. But here you go. I don't know what you think of that, but I quite like the way it's come out. What I've done, I've tried to imagine it in a very, very dusty environment, because I thought if I cover it in mud, I'm going to lose all that wood grain effect and everything. I don't want to make it rusty and chipped and stained and everything. So I thought, well, if it had got to France about, I don't know, 2 weeks ago and it hasn't rained, this is what it would look like. So this is my general idea, and I hope you agree. Please leave your comments below. I think it's come out quite well. I mean, the roof still comes off, so I can still do some weathering on the inside if I need to. But I just tried to go for that all over sort of dusty look. And if you remember, I've even dusted up the windows. Remember I had that problem with the glue spot on the rear window? Well, I cured that. Somebody threw a stone at it. So yeah, I think that's cured that problem. That roof's not on properly. There we go. So yeah, it is a beautiful little model. The only, let me get my little pointy stick. The only, I have two disappointments with it. One, well, three. It's two and one minor. One is this area here, where you've got the straps for the spare wheel. They were moulded as solid lumps, and I've had to cut those solid lumps off the wheels and actually turn them into, you can see it if I tip it over, you can see it, where I've had to tip it over, I've had to add some tape as straps. My other complaint, as you all know, is the headlights. The lenses were awful. You can see on these little spotlights here, they're bloody awful. They look horrible. So I decided not to use them. I filled the lights up with Clearfix, and it all bubbled and everything, so they look bloody awful. But from a distance it just looks like perhaps the glasses have got smashed. I don't know, but I'm going to leave them as they are, and maybe somebody will come out with some bigger, you know, those light lenses you can buy, or maybe I'll get a kit that has lights in it you don't use. So I'll just, you know, they're just tacked on with super glue, so we'll see how we go with that. But overall, you can see I've added some dust to the inside and left the parts of the seat where they would have sat, I've left them clean. Let's bring it a bit closer. I've got some metal worn through here where the paint's been stood on, and obviously a build up of dust in this area where they've been getting in and out. Build up of dust in all the corners and on the wheel rims and everything. On the back, I thought I'd go for a nice dusty finish on that rear panel there, and so yeah, so there we go. But as I say, I want to let the oils go off first. You can see here, this is the kind of effect you get. I've put the dust on, and it's kind of hasn't gone into the corners because I think they were still oil. I don't know, but yeah, it's a bit strange. So I'm going to leave it overnight and then, or a couple of days, and then put some more dust on it. But I still don't see it as finished, although I would happily put this on display in a model shop. I wouldn't put it on show in a competition or anything. I wouldn't put any of my models on show in a competition because I wouldn't want the embarrassment. But overall, beautiful little kit. Oh, the third little problem, I think, ICM don't include the straps that go between here, and it's a shame they don't. I'm waiting for a kit that's got some spare photo etch straps that it doesn't use, and I'll put them in. But it's certainly going to look lovely in the display cabinet, and it is a beautiful, beautiful little model. And if you've watched my videos on wood grain, well, if you watched the build up of this one, you'll see how I do my wood graining, and yes, it's lovely. I do have a confession to make though, guys. I didn't get the Lanchester finished, but I did get it almost finished. There we go. All it needs is to fix the wheels on, but again, I've done the washes and the oils and everything. You can see I've picked it up there with dust on my fingers, pigment on my fingers. I've done the oils and everything, and I don't want to try and do the pigments with the oil still in there, wet in the nooks and crannies. So I'm going to leave this a couple of days and then do the pigments then. I also need to sit down with a can of beer and watch my MIG Productions video on well, DVD on how to use their pigments, because there's a lot of different ways you can use them. But yeah, I've got the I hope I got the galvanized look on the bucket. I did it with I painted it with Guns Super Metallic aluminium. Then I went over it with, I remember I masked up some of this aluminium once. It's not the Guns Super Metallic, is it? It's the Guns, what's it called? It's the Guns, this one. That one, metal colour, number 218, aluminium. I used that, and I remembered using it before, and I put some masking tape on it. And when you pull the masking tape off, it kind of gives it a sort of corroded finish. If you want to try it on an aircraft that's corroded or something, just paint that on, let it go off for a few hours, and then put some Tamiya masking tape on it and peel it off, and it kind of gives it almost like a corroded aluminium finish. It's quite authentic. So I did that on there, and you can see what I was hoping is to get a galvanized finish. And down it, I'll pick it up in a minute, but the wheels will fall off. And down in the bottom of there, I got some green slime and stuff where it's got some rotten water in it. Yeah, overall you can see where I've knocked the masking tape out of the headlights now, so you might be able to see that in behind those holes is actually a shiny glass lens. It's really annoying because I did the same on these as I did on that, because this kit doesn't come with any lenses. You have to do your own. And I filled the lights up with clear fix, thinking it doesn't matter what happens with these because they just got these tiny holes to look through, and sure enough they were bloody perfect. So yeah, machine guns all painted up there, and this is basically just the model, and you can see I've got marks on there from pigments as well, from picking it up with dusty fingers. Basically this is the kit out the box, plus their photo etch set. And their photo etch set, the main things they give you are this these front arches. There's some tiny PE brackets on the ends here. It gives you these pieces here which you don't get in the kit at all. Obviously these mountings in here are photo etch as well. It gives you the little wing nuts that you can see on there. I'll show you close up in a minute. They're on the spare wheel holders. And it gives you in the back this panel here. This panel here, that's photo etch. You don't get that at all in the kit. It's just all left open. I don't know if that's supposed to be cloth or what it is. I can't make it out on any reference pictures. But there's all sorts of bits and pieces you get in the photo etch set. These rear mud guards, they're not included. You only get them in the PE set. And the bucket, you don't get that. That's only part of the PE set. And then there's an internal frame on here which you can't really see. And there's also these little covers that go over the slits. You get those in the photo etch set as well. So there she is. Let's go around once more. Try and change that angle a bit for you. So yeah, there she is. If you remember in my last video, I did the post shading and the pre shading and everything. I actually went over it again with some lighter grey because I thought it was a bit too garish. So yeah, and I think with the wash on there around those hinges and stuff, it's just about right. What I'm trying to achieve is a cold, hard steel look without going too over the board with any weathering or anything. Again, this is going to have some dust and mud on it, maybe a couple of rust streaks, definitely some streaks of grime and some rain streaks on it. But yeah, it's funny because this light on the camera really accentuates the effects of the pre-shading that I've done, but it's actually in real life it's actually not that massive. It's not that big. So yeah, there's also a mark there I can see I need to get rid of. But I'm over the moon with that. Beautiful little model, goes together a dream. If you watch my videos you'll see I have some trouble with the rear end, but that was my fault I think. So if I pick it up and just show you the wheels, as soon as I do this, watch, the wheels will fall off. That was lucky. That wheel that dropped off fell onto my dog's bed. The dog was just there under my feet and she was sniffing it, probably thinking it was an Oreo or something, so that was close. But anyway, we can see the weathered wood in the back of there now. Basically, if you look at the other videos, you'll see how I did the wood. I then painted it with hairspray, painted the grey on top, then washed the grey paint off with some water and scrubbed away at the centre, concentrating on the centre. And then what I've done is gone over it with some black wash and then mopped it off with a cotton bud, and that's given that kind of dirty, trodden on sort of dirty wood effect, and the paint would have come off in days on that. You can see the slime there in the bottom of the bucket, and there's the wood on the sides. That's had a black wash now, which I find just gives it that extra little sort of rough edge. Obviously I've got to put some mud and dirt in the wheel arches, and you see those headlights through there. I don't know if you can see the glistening in there, so they're quite effective. As I say, you can't see anything in the interior at all. Very American half-trackish there, isn't it? Yeah, over the whole, I'm over the moon with this model. It's beautiful. Really nice little kit. Yes, I would build it again, but not just now. I've got other stuff I want to do. But yeah, over the moon with it. So I think we can. I promised you I'd have this one finished before New Year. I think I've kind of kept my side of the bargain. There's the wheel with the tyre all painted, and it's got some pigment put on it now. But again, I washed it first, and I think the wash has affected the pigment. It's made it darker, so I'll go over it again. That's supposed to be like a European dust colour, but it's almost like a dark brown in there. But it all adds to the effect. The wheels would be the first thing to get dirty. So yeah, over the moon with that. Hope you like it. I do, and the little ambulance as well is, you know, put them alongside each other. I think they go well together. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Please hit that notifications bell. If you've already subscribed, thank you very much. My number is going up like 30 a day now, it seems. So thanks very much, guys. It is appreciated. I really love it, and it's nice to be appreciated when you sit behind this camera for hours on end. So Happy New Year to all. Hope you have a good night tonight. I won't be going out. I don't really celebrate New Year. I'm more interested in staying at home with the dog and making sure she's not too affected by the fireworks and stuff. But there we go. So I'll speak to you all in the New Year. Have a lovely time, and thanks for watching. I've said that already, haven't I? So yeah, bye.